Welcome to Philotimaths, fighting problems one step at a time.
Welcome to Philotimaths. In this video we're going to see how to solve problems using composite functions. Let's have a look at an example. So in this example we have been asked to find f(g) of x when f of x is equal to x plus 1 and g of x is equal to x squared. Now f(g) of x is a composite function because it consists of two functions, f of x and g of x. Let's go ahead and see how we find the formula for f(g) of x. Now firstly, f(g) of x really means f of g of x, and that we write as f brackets g of x close brackets. Now let's see how we find that. So we go to the formula for f of x, and instead of x, we write down what we get from g of x. So we will go ahead and replace x with x squared, which is what we get from the formula for g of x. So we'll simply go ahead and replace x with x squared. So instead of writing down x plus 1, we will write down x squared plus 1. Therefore the final answer in this question is actually that f(g) of x is equal to x squared plus 1. So in this second example we have been asked to find gh of x when g of x is equal to 3x plus 1 and h of x is equal to 2x plus 5. So to find gh of x, which is our composite function here, we will go ahead and rewrite it as g of h of x, which means simply g brackets h of x. So how do we actually find the formula for this? Well, to find gh of x, we will go to the formula for g of x and we will go ahead and replace the x with whatever we get from the expression for h of x, which is 2x plus 5. So we will simply go ahead and replace this x with 2x plus 5. Now let's go ahead and see how we write that down. So instead of 3 times x, we will have 3 times 2x plus 5. Now to write that down properly, we need to make sure that we put brackets around this expression because a 3 will get multiplied with this entire expression. Therefore we have to write down 3 times brackets 2x plus 5 and then we close the brackets. Let's not forget we've got this plus 1 that we need to write down at the end of this expression. So notice instead of 3x plus 1 we have 3 times 2x plus 5 plus 1. Now let's go ahead and simplify this expression. To simplify it, we have to expand the brackets here. So to expand the brackets, we're going to use the claw method, which means we will have to do 3 times 2x, which gives us 6x, and then 3 times 5, which gives us 15. So we have plus 15. And finally, let's not forget to add 1. Okay, let's simplify this expression slightly more by adding 15 and 1. Well, that's simply equal to 16. Therefore the final answer here is that this is equal to 6x plus 16. Now if we write the answer down a bit neater, we've got g of h of x is actually equal to 6x plus 16. And this is our final answer. So in this final example we have been asked to find gf of x when g of x is equal to x squared plus 2x plus 4 and f of x is equal to x plus 1. Now how do we start? The first thing we need to do is rewrite gf of x as g of f of x. So that simply means we're going to write g brackets f of x. And let's see what this is actually equal to. Now to find what this expression is equal to, we will go to the expression for g of x and we will replace x wherever we see it. So here and here. We will replace it with the entire expression for f of x. So that is x plus 1. So wherever we see x, we will be replacing it with x plus 1. Now let's go ahead and see what we get if we do that. So instead of x squared, we will have x plus 1 squared. Now remember, for x plus 1 to be squared, we need to put it in brackets. That is what it means for this entire expression to be squared. And then the next thing we are doing is we are writing plus 2 times, and then we are replacing x with x plus 1. Now once again, we need to put x plus 1 in brackets in order for it to get multiplied by 2. And then finally we have to add 4. So we'll simply write down plus 4. Now how do we proceed? Well, firstly, let's have a look at this x plus 1 squared. Well, this means x plus 1 times itself. Therefore we're going to go ahead and rewrite it as x plus 1 times x plus 1. And we're going to keep this expression here for now. So we have plus 2 brackets x plus 1, and then we have to add 4. Now let's go ahead and expand all the brackets wherever we see them. So here we've got double brackets, so we'll need to expand double brackets by drawing our 4 arrows here. And secondly, we will be expanding the single brackets by using the claw method. So let's start by expanding our double brackets here. So we'll have x times x, which gives us x squared. And then we have x times 1, which gives us 1x, or simply x. So we'll go ahead and add x. And then we've got plus 1 times x, which is simply x. So we'll go ahead and add x. And finally, we've got plus 1 times plus 1, which gives us 1. So we'll go ahead and add 1. Then let's go ahead and expand our single brackets here. So we've got 2 times x, which simply gives us 2x. So we'll go ahead and add 2x. And then we've got 2 times 1, which is simply equal to 2. So we'll go ahead and add 2. Let's not forget we've got this plus 4 at the end of the expression, so we'll go ahead and add 4. Now let's go ahead and simplify this expression by collecting like terms. Now notice x squared is the only x squared term, so we'll go ahead and write down x squared here. But let's have a look at the x's. So we've got 1 x here, we've got another x here, and we've got another 2 lots of x here. So that is a total of 4 lots of x. So we'll go ahead and add 4x. And finally, we've got to add 1 plus 2 plus 4. Well, 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 4 makes it 7. So we'll have to go ahead and add 7. So our final answer here is that g of f of x is actually equal to x squared plus 4x plus 7. This was a short lesson on solving problems using composite functions. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to click on the like button below. And
have you suffered from a maths-related injury in the last 4 months?
You're in the right channel. Welcome to Philotimaths.
if you enjoyed this video, feel free. Ow! Focus, man, focus.
Come on, man.
Welcome to Philotimaths. Welcome to Philotimaths. No, I'm sorry. Welcome to Philotimaths. Welcome to Philotimaths. Welcome to Philotimaths. Welcome to Philotimaths. This was a short lesson on finding the composite function of two functions. It wasn't. Let's try again. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to click on the like button below and subscribe to our channel for many more videos to come. In any case,